You are listening to WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. This is Chris from Streaming Verse. I'm not doing well. Let's start all over. Okay. Hi, this is Chris from Streaming Verse, and I'm coming to you solo tonight. So if you want to see how hectic it is, head on over to YouTube Live and look for the Harper Radio channel. And you can see the mess that I have going on here. I feel like a pilot. I have 2 computer monitors. I have an iPad. I have a phone. I have a Kindle. And I have a mini ATM that I'm also managing too. So there's going to be a lot going on tonight. Things may not go as smoothly as they should. All the better entertainment though, right? So, again, you can listen to us on 88.3 FM. You can listen on harperradio.com or head over to YouTube Live. Join the chat. Let me know what you've been streaming, as Nina and Caroline are not here this evening. So let the mayhem begin. First up, what I would like to do is play a 20th anniversary. I believe this is a station ID. So our theme song is written by DJ Double Dip. He used to be a DJ here, and he was gracious enough to let us use his song Oat Milk as our theme song, which we truly appreciate. And I just happened to see again, I believe this is a PS station ID. So I'm going to play it now so that we can all hear from him as well on the show.
It's your boy DJ Double Dip, and you are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees, celebrating 20 years on air at Harper College.
And that was DJ Double Dip. All right, I'm trying to turn that off. Okay, so as I mentioned, I am flying solo on this evening's show. So if you want to text me, if you know me, text me and let me know what you've been streaming so we can talk about that. Or give me a call. You can call us here at the radio station, 847-925-6237. I am not doing well so far. 847-925-6237 if you want to give us a call and let me know what you've been streaming. Or a shout out to anyone in the building. I'd like to specify that it is Thursday, March 12th when this is being recorded. If you are in Harper College right now on premises and you'd like to stop by and tell me what you've been streaming and chat with me about it, I would appreciate it. We'll see how any of these call-outs go in the next half hour. So we're going to kick it off with me telling you what I have been streaming. I also have to try to log into YouTube Live here and see how that is going. Oh, there I am all by myself. So if you do want to share what you've been streaming, you can also share it on YouTube Live. Again, look for the Harper Radio channel, and I will be reading the messages. All right, I'm all set up here. All right, so one of the first things I want to share that I have been streaming lately is High Potential. Typically, I don't watch a lot of network type TV. This is one of those, shows that it's on Hulu. I have no idea what the original network is because this is Streaming Verse. This isn't network TV verse. So but it's a typical, more like a typical scenario for a procedural, police drama, quirky police drama that they show on Hulu, and it's actually a remake of another show from somewhere else. I don't know. And it stars Caitlin Olsen, who you may know from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it's interesting, but it's also, what's the word I'm looking for here? You're kind of watching it, kind of like how we talked about on a previous show when I had Chaz and Ben on. We talked about Tracker and how we're just as much watching it because of, when is he going to figure out and solve the mystery? When is he going to squat and, hover and look for the tracks? High Potential's gotten to the point where, let me explain what it's about first. So it's about a woman with high potential but not successful. She was actually the cleaning lady at the police station when she helped solve a crime because she's so smart. So basically kind of like a photographic memory. Anything that she sees or watches, she remembers. So she can't sleep, so she watches a lot of documentaries. So she's so smart. And so she helps the police because they couldn't do it without her. Anyway, so it's gone to the point where she does that eye thing, like the Joey Tribbiani school of acting, where she squints her eyes and she they move back and forth, and she has figured it out. So it's always fun to watch her figure it out. It's an interesting show. It's also one of those great shows that you can watch while you're folding laundry or doing other things, but you want to check it out when she starts to discover what led to the crime at large. So recommend if you're looking for something like that. It is enjoyable. Another show that I have been streaming lately is The Burbs, which is kind of a take off the 80s movie with Tom Hanks, The Burbs, with different people. So what is it? A remake. So this stars Keke Palmer and Jack Whitehall, who are both great. And it is a great ensemble cast. It is a fun show to watch, but of course there's a mystery because they're in the burbs and there's the old house, and you're wondering what happened in that old house. And is the person dead? Are they alive? Who's the new neighbor? But there's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of quirky people. There's the guy who somehow has all the money in the world, knows all the tech in the world, but because this is a comedy, it doesn't matter. You buy it all, and this is great. Versus like the procedural dramas with the police station, where all of a sudden the civilian who's never done a crime and never educated herself at all, anything, is all of a sudden the person who's solving all the crimes. So The Burbs on Peacock, awesome show to watch. Highly recommend it. I need to slow down. I'm not getting any phone calls yet. I'm not getting anyone stopping by who's here at Harper and wants to be on the show. It may be a quick show tonight. I also knew that going in. You may not have known that, but we might be playing some songs at the end. Dip off of YouTube Live, head on over just to play some songs to the end of the show. But I figured I would give this a try solo and see how this went. So those are two things I've been streaming that I recommend. Again, one's on Peacock, one is on Hulu. All right, what else? I got Paradise. Also on Hulu. Paradise is amazing. So it's currently on season 2. So if you have not watched it yet, you want to check out season 1. You got plenty of time then. Watch season 1. Then 2 will be done by the time you get finished, season 1 finished. Unless you don't have anything else to do, then you might get that done in 2 days. I don't know. All right, let's look at Paradise because there's some good cast in this. But let me look it up first. Okay, Sterling K. Brown is the lead. He is amazing. We also have Julianne Nicholson, who you may know from other shows like I, Tonya. She was also in Hacks. She's also in some stuff like several years ago, which I can't remember exactly what that was, but she is in a lot of things. There is also like I'm trying to look for James Marsden. James Marsden, a lot of people know him because he has done some X-Men. He was Cyclops and some other things. One of my favorite things about the show is that when people die, when the character dies, that means nothing to the actor because all of the dead people keep coming back. So if you have a favorite character and you're like, oh no, they're going to kill him, don't worry, they'll be back. Flashbacks galore in this show. There's a little bit elements of apocalyptic. We get some spoilers, but we get some Graceland, which is amazing. Never thought I'd see a TV show that showed, Graceland in the apocalypse. And you also get a whole, community under a mountain. Things that I don't even know if we're capable of as human beings at this point, but it's fun. It is it's an interesting show to watch, and it's a lot of, it's a mystery, drama, human interaction, but, fun show to watch. Hey, I've almost made it 15 minutes and I haven't even touched on my main topic yet. Yay me. All right. What else do we have going on here? Again, no one's calling. No one's calling yet. No calls, no texts. Hey, my friends, where are you? Where are you and listening right now? So where is Nina and Caroline? Well, Caroline's just had a lot going on and she wasn't able to make it tonight. As for Nina, she has officially moved to LA and she's currently in a training program. So it's the first 2 weeks of her new job or training. So she is working at this time, so she can't call in yet, but she will. So we will be continuing streaming versus normal, but she has moved to LA where she has started a job as a Paramount page. So yay, Nina. That is awesome. And so far she's been there. She started this week. It seems to be going well. And I'm looking forward to having her on the show. Hopefully, not next week, but the week after. So next week, I'm going to try to find a co-host. That is the goal, because I knew this would not be easy to do on my own, but at the same time, you have to try new things every once in a while. You have to do what scares you. So I set up all the cameras. In fact, I even have a couple cameras facing at me just in case, different camera angles. All right, right now I am going to let you know that you are listening to Streaming Verse here on WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Let's see what's happening on or about campus with a couple of PSAs. All right, the Job Placement Resource Center. Are you a Harper student looking for a job? Well, look no further. Every week from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., the Job Placement Resource Center in room I-117 has job placement professionals that will help you with resumes and your job searches. Stop in for all of your employment needs, email or call or make an appointment or come in during walk-in hours. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh, we got the Harper College Library. For those in search of knowledge, come to the Harper College Library. Locating in Building F, floors 2 and 3, you will have access to computers, printers, and all the books you can imagine. The library also houses a collection of over 20,000 movies and albums. Plus, check out their vinyl for classic records and a few new favorites. The library is a great place to study, research, or just relax. For more information, visit harpercollege.edu/library. Ooh, and also, for fun, let's do this. I purposely brought this up just so I could share it. All right, that's not what I wanted to share. Apparently, adding my extra word in my search in Radio DJ was not good for me. Hold on. Okay, we're going to try this again.
Hey, this is Ben Badgley, and you are listening to the #1 talk show on college radio, Streaming Verse, hosted by Chris and Nina here on WHCM 88.3 FM,
Palatine, Illinois,
a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.
That was perfect. And that was when we met Penn Badgley at the Wayfarer Theater. It was amazing. That was a couple years ago now. I think that was 2023. So wow, it was almost 3 years ago. it was amazing. Always great to meet people who end up being very nice, which he definitely is. All right, so you are listening to Streaming Verse here on WHCM. If you want to share what you've been streaming, give me a call at 847-925-6237. By the way, what is streaming, in case you haven't listened to the show before? Streaming covers anything that you basically initially get from streaming it or downloading it. So it includes TVs and movies. It includes, documentaries, anything you'd watch on any of the streaming platforms. But it also includes audiobooks. It also includes, musicals or music concerts that you have watched on Hoopla, or it can include e-reader. It's anything that you get from streaming. We have a very loose interpretation of what streaming is, and we are sticking with it. So if there's something you've been streaming that you would like to share with the world at large, please give me a call, or head on over to YouTube Live and look for the Harper Radio channel and let me know what that is. And again, the air date is March 12th, 2026. So if it's not that date, don't call in because no one's going to answer, because this will replay at some point. All right. So now I am going to dive into what I am super excited about and what I have been really streaming the most this week, which is the book Project Hail Mary, written by Andy Weir. So as some of you may know, the movie is coming out soon. Project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling, and the world seems to be uber excited about this. Apparently, it's already got this great score on Rotten Tomatoes because there's already been some early releases of the show, and people, I'm sure there was a Hollywood thing on it or whatever. And there's even an early release this week of the movie. You can already get tickets if you are interested in seeing the movie when it is released March 19th, I think, is the first day you can see it officially in most theaters, but it's the 20th is the official release date. So everyone's super excited about it. So I wanted to read the book before I see the movie. Andy Weir also wrote the book, The Martian, which became a movie, which I loved both versions. I originally saw the movie, The Martian, with Matt Damon. Loved it. Then I read the book, and this time I'm going the other way around, reading Project Hail Mary before I see the movie. One of the ways I really like to enjoy books is multimedia. I don't want it just on a physical copy. In fact, I don't even own a physical copy. I am renting the ebook through my library. So I've checked it out through my library on Libby, and through Libby, you typically, here in the U.S., you get books for about 14 days. I have 3 days left. And I also have the audio version, apparently exclusively available on Audible. So I have been listening as I'm driving or listening as I'm cleaning the house. But when I sit down, at night sometimes or during the weekend, I will take out my Kindle and read it on there. Interesting thing I've discovered in this process, which I'm super excited about because I think it means that technology is going to catch up with some of us who like to read books this way. When I read the book on Kindle, again, I've checked this out from Libby. I did not pay for this book. I did not purchase it from Amazon. I am getting this book for free through my library. So I'm reading Project Hail Mary on my Kindle. And then I will transfer, later on and want to listen to it on Audible. Audible knows where I have left off on my Kindle and automatically goes to that spot. It has been amazing because normally, when you're trying to find where you are audio-wise, it takes forever, back and forth. It ends up becoming an effort. Finally, I think people have realized that, obviously Amazon has to, their developers have to some degree, and hopefully in other forms, they'll start to figure out this technology so it works better. Of course, it also means there's Big Brother, but it's kind of amazing. So again, when I'm reading the Kindle and I switch over to the Audible version, all of a sudden it's right where I need it to be, which is, I've really been enjoying that because I'm trying to get through this book by the 20th. This is my goal because I want to get this finished. So I highly recommend it. But if you do want to listen to an audio version in it, it is exclusively only available on Audible. I know in the past for Audible, they have had a special where you get your first book free. So what you could do is if you really want to listen to it, you can just sign up for that free trial, get the book for free, and then cancel it if you aren't interested in a subscription to Audible. I would highly recommend that if you do want to listen to the book. And again, I have also rented out the book, checked out the book from Libby. And before I go down my continue, I want to let you know that Nick has let us know that he has been streaming The Music Man, which is amazing. I love The Music Man. Did you ever see that before, or is this your first time seeing it, in case you're still listening? So one of the other things, what was I going to mention about Project Hail Mary, the audiobook? Oh, you really have to watch out right now, too. So one of the other things that's happening is when you look for the book on either Libby or on Hoopla, and these are apps that you can use through your library, you can see it in Portuguese. You'll see Project Hail Mary in Portuguese. This book is not really even available that much on ebooks as well. So while I did get it from Libby, there are other books, like you'll have the Portuguese version. There's also like knockoffs out there too. There's one book that someone shared that it's by another author, but it says the real story of Ryland Grace and, in outer space, Project Hail Mary. Well, that's not the book, and they're using the picture of Ryan Gosling too. So people could be buying this and not realizing it's not the right book because it's so hard to get right now. Like I said, I even tried to buy the ebook, and I don't know if I could. I didn't want to buy it, but I wanted to see if it was available, and even that was a challenge. It kept showing up in Portuguese. Well, I don't need it in Portuguese. So just wanted to share that, though, if you are thinking about the audio version of it. So let's dive into some fun little quirky things about Project Hail Mary and Ryan Gosling. So the character's name is Ryland Grace. And there's speculation, if it's not true, that the author, when he was writing the book, actually was envisioning Ryan Gosling in the role. So it's interesting that he has the same initials because of that. And as I am reading the book, I can definitely tell that this was written with somebody like Ryan Gosling in mind to play this lead role. I think he's going to be great at it, especially after seeing him in The Fall Guy and Barbie. I mean, I've seen him in a ton of other things too, but he's very funny but very subtly. So I think he'll be great in this movie. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think I've run out of steam here. I was really hoping I would get some phone calls. I got Nick telling me what he's been streaming. Oh, first viewing. I've listened to and recorded the episode of The Simpsons which parodies it. Marge versus the monorail. Yeah, I remember that episode of The Simpsons now. I am actually kind of sad that this is Nick, who's my son, who's been streaming The Music Man, and he watched a lot of musicals growing up, and I'm really kind of disappointed that I didn't have him watch The Music Man when he was younger, because it's a fun musical with Shirley Jones from the Partridge Family. All right, well, it is almost that time, so let's read off some more PSAs. So you are listening to Streaming Verse with Chris. Here on WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Let's read a couple of PSAs from the book. Ooh. Okay. Oh, we got station promos. All right, that one end date. These all ended last year. If anyone from the station's listening, we have to clean up the PSA book. All right, Immigration Legal Services. Student Engagement sponsors free and confidential immigration legal assistance in English, Spanish, Korean, and Polish. In-person meetings are held in Student Engagement, Building A, 3rd floor, room A336 from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on most Thursdays. For a full schedule or to make an appointment, visit harpercollege.edu/undocumented. Did you know that Harper College has one of the top fire service-oriented programs in Illinois? This program will prepare you for a career in fire service and beyond. Classes are taught by local firefighters and are regularly updated to meet current industry standards. You'll be prepared for a position in firefighting as well as fire prevention and investigation, hazardous materials, technical rescue, and much more. You can apply today at harpercollege.edu/academics under public service. I'd like to have a conversation with somebody about these PSAs, but I will try to keep it to myself right now as I share it with all of you. So we are going to change it up at this point. You've been listening to Streaming Verse with Chris. Normally, Caroline is here and Nina is here, or a guest, so please come back. If you have been wondering why I've just been on this, rant all by myself, I apologize. Again, this isn't normal. I just decided to get out of my comfort zone and fly solo for the show today. But I can't play any songs while I am streaming on YouTube Live, so I'm going to be ending that portion of the show right now. So if you are listening on YouTube Live, the Harper Radio channel, head on over to harperradio.com or 88.3 FM if you're local, where I'm going to play a couple songs as I end up the show for the next 15-20 minutes. But I do appreciate everyone who has listened and hung out with me so far and made me not feel so utterly alone. All right, I'll just transition with all of you here while I then look for songs to play. I could play Penn Badgley again because that is always fun. Yeah, why not?
Badgley and you are listening to the #1 talk show on college radio, Streaming Verse, hosted by Chris.